Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Reasonable Wrestling. We got 3 cameras set up right now.
52.
Come on, man. So y'all with us live in the new, you feel me?
The new Avengers Tower.
The new Avengers Tower, you know what I mean?
YouTube over there.
Yep.
Got Instagram over here. And this is our main camera. We've been talking about a 3-camera setup. And we got it finally.
We got it. All right, so just before we get into the show, we was gonna play some music and whatnot, but because we're on all these live streaming networks, platforms, I ain't trying to get sued. So allow us to reintroduce ourselves.
Oh yeah. God, yo, Instagram, YouTube Live. When you guys be banning us for music though, I maybe like 5 seconds.
Y'all be banning us for music.
Wrestling clips.
Y'all be banning us for wrestling clips.
Music.
Like, all right, yo.
Take that shit down, right?
Word.
Yo.
So,
anyways, let's reintroduce ourselves. This is the 52nd episode of Reasonable Wrestling.
Yes.
If you're here with us, thank you for joining us. I appreciate all y'all. We just want to just reintroduce ourselves because it's been a year. Can you believe it?
52 weeks.
52 weeks.
52 consecutive.
Consecutive.
Like
not 1 week off.
I mean, now we may have had, not recording the same day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
we got close to 1 week.
Usually we record on Wednesdays. You know what I mean? But man, 52 weeks. And when we started this thing, man, just so we can reintroduce ourselves, this is the Most High Chris, and I'm with my tag team partner, CT Chitty Bang. I am Mr. Always Around.
Shout out to
Dave. Yo, shout out to Dave. You know what I mean? This is the gang. Mr. AA, Always Around. My tag team partner, Tully Blanchard. We started this podcast 52 weeks ago, a year ago. Just off the strength of us just like having a passion and a love for wrestling, man. Like I'll be 30 this year. Oh man, before I start anything, proud fucking first time Papa in the building.
Soon to be father of a bouncing baby boy. Let's give a round of applause and just congratulations, Chris. Congratulations, man.
You know what I mean?
If you go to his Instagram, you can check out the gender reveal. It was the cutest thing,
man.
The cutest thing I've ever seen. So check his Instagram out for all the baby stuff.
Man,
it's gonna be a big year.
It's a big year, man.
So a big year for Reasonable Wrestling.
Do it all, man. We've always seemed to come together. So 52 weeks ago, I met my man on the strength. What's going on, yo? I met
shout out to WWE.
WWE
Express.
My man, yo. Okay,
yeah.
He got engaged at the MLW show. Congratulations,
for
man.
getting engaged at MLW. Was one of the cutest things I've ever seen. Great. You guys support love.
Gotta support
love here on the podcast.
Gotta support love, man. So we definitely appreciate you. We met his name is Chris. So
Chris.
we met him outside the Ring of Honor New Japan show at Madison Square Garden. He had the purple Matt Tavern.
Matt Taven, Bell was ill. Check him out. WWE Express.
I still like
Instagram. Matt Taven. Come on, how you gonna forget Matt Taven? Like, I mean,
because man, my real ROH champion is Jay Lethal, man. My real ROH champion is Jay Lethal, man. So
shout out to Jay Lethal, man. He's doing his thing.
Shout out to Jay Lethal. But yeah, man, we got together to do this podcast. Just because we saw wrestling differently, you know what I mean? Like, I am a person that watch wrestling and will be in and out of the content just off the strength that, like, it's not logical to me. I can't suspend disbelief enough when things are presented to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's hard because we are huge fans. On so many levels, we are just huge fans. And wrestling as 30-year-old men, like, it disappoints us on a regular basis. We shouldn't be as invested as we are, but we are, and here we are at 30 watching this thing because we love it. It's been stuck with us since our childhood. But when we look at wrestling, we are both also film guys, film students.
Yes.
We are both just come from a creative aspect, and I personally look at it as an art form.
Right.
And even though Chris may take a more business approach to things, as far as he sees it as as you should, because that's how Vince sees it, as numbers, X's, and what you say, no, X's and ones and zeros. What?
No, I mean, to be honest, like, and by me getting my first shot in the wrestling industry, and my shout out to Court Bauer, man. Like Court Bauer, MSL, Saint Laurent. I really do appreciate y'all because y'all. I mean, should I put the fucking work in? So let's not do that.
Over here,
I work, nigga. You feel me? But like they gave me at MLW, they gave me my break within the industry to kind of see the behind the scenes, to not just be so much a spectator. You know what I mean? And it gave me such a great business insight of how this. It's a little MLW by all means is a little machine, but look at the diversity and how it's moving.
Yeah.
That is Vince on a macro.
Yeah, on a micro scale.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's Vince on a smaller scale. Absolutely. I mean,
Vince on a micro.
Yeah. He used to race Vince in the street. Almost got, So that's miniature Vince, over there. So you gotta respect Court Bauer for all the work he's doing at MLW. I think,
and that brings you gotta respect the business. So that's how That's how I got plucked away from the artistry of it. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel like that I was able to compartmentalize what it was what
you thought it was from
exactly.
behind, and then from behind the scenes. And you did it for a while, so you get all the intricacies of how to book, how much work it takes to write and set the things up the way you want to see it.
Pre-tapes.
I don't know that.
Vignettes,
vignettes. He's done producing, editing for MLW. So he gets it from a certain aspect that I completely am foreign to. I'm still like y'all. I'm still a fan, like a super fan, and I mark out and I get emotional over things I maybe shouldn't be getting emotional about. But at the same time, that part of the business matters too. Wrestling is such a weird genre of sport, creativity, entertainment, production, whatever you want to call it, that you get caught into it. But you can't ignore the side of the fans that are feeling dejected and get emotional about it because they're your true fan core base, the core fan base that got you to where you are. WWE wouldn't have gotten into the stock market in 2000. It was 2001 around then. If they wouldn't have been in the stock market without their core fan base like us. So that's where I come in, and my perspective. I like to think of us as the
first.
What is it?
What, the first take of wrestling?
Not the first take of wrestling, man. Not the first take. I mean, that's what I thought back in the day. Before I met this guy, I'm like, I want a first take of wrestling. I want to be like Skip and Shannon. But for real, though, like I look at this as a separation of two divides sometimes when we get this podcast, because he comes over from a straight up production aspect solely, and I'm like, but the creative side matters too. And when you meld the two, you get great television, you get great storyline, you just great wrestling. You get great sports entertainment.
You get reasonable wrestling.
You get reasonable wrestling.
You get reasonable. You get us. When you put the aspect of creativity and also business and like what. So wrestling is a weekly episodic, I guess, movie. You know what I mean? Like,
man, for real.
Court the man. You're the production quality of what we watch. You know what I mean? The cuts, the segments, the script, the live aspect of it. All that is attention to detail when you're looking at what we watch. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't gravitate to me. You know what I mean? And I feel like that for the most part, I understand that because look at Vince. You know what I mean? He doesn't gravitate to me all the time, and he gets $2.65 billion for his product. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So when I look at it, I can be like, okay, it's a bigger scope to it because he then takes the profit of what he does and then takes 30, whatever, how many million out of it to create XFL because
so it's working for him.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
exactly.
Whatever you want to say about Vince McMahon, we said last week on the podcast, he's a genius. But everybody always stroking him, man. Everybody's always calling Vince a genius. Honestly, I think we all know it. Let's put that to rest. We all know Vince is genius. We all know he's making money. We all know it's working for him. But when it comes to a creative aspect, we have critiques.
We do.
So
and we prided ourselves though, honestly, to not be that podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And also when we got into this thing a year ago, we didn't know how diverse the wrestling community was. You know what I mean? Like, to keep
Exactly.
it honest, you know, when we go to wrestling events, you know, there are Black people, there are Latinos, there are different races there, but the majority of it is a white fan base, a white audience.
Absolutely.
All of the podcasts that I used to listen to, shout out to Brian Campbell in this corner podcast. I used to listen to Cheap Heat with Peter Roosevelt, but he does have Stock Guy Greg. Shout out to the physically strong Uptown Malcolm. But just the
Bruce
Pritchard and Conrad. That's honestly
doing it big.
Shivani, Eric Bischoff,
Yeah.
all of like that is kind of like a white basis, a foundation of multimedia in this industry.
Yeah.
And when we got into it, so we obviously now we know about Russell Rap with Kaz and the New York Sparks and the A Show with Johnny and Mills and the Jobberteers and I'm forgetting that there's 2 women podcasts. I'm sorry, it's 2 separate ones that I'm slipping.
Well, I know that we we're in touch with the Wine Down.
Yeah, the wine
exactly.
Wine Down. That's the one I was.
So we're starting to see this podcast thing take off a little bit.
And having a little bit of diversity
Diversity,
in the minority aspect of the representation of it, in the voice. You know,
so like I know that me and you, as 2 Black men sitting here and having a podcast talking about wrestling, is not going to be the same as these other podcasts or 2 women talking about wrestling. You know, as we saw the other day with our girlfriends, 2 women talked about wrestling, and we're like, we should just put a mic right here. It's just gold because it's a completely different aspect, different thought process to wrestling altogether.
Exactly.
You know, so and I appreciate it. You gotta appreciate all types of fans, all types of people that watch it, and just fuck with this kind of art form.
And so we prided ourselves for the most part to be like, okay, we're gonna put our stamp on this. On this as well by being we pride ourselves as being the underground podcast, this professional wrestling podcast. And as you see, I got my man Westside Guy hoodie on. Boom, 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 boom. Always representing Buffalo, you know what I mean? Griselda.
See, I got the Tarjay on. Always representing.
Listen, both of us are worldwide, you know what I mean? Shout out to Alexis Littlefoot, somebody else, you know, I got the Flair Hat merch, you know what I mean? Like, we just try to, you know, recycle
and show love to the culture, you know? Yeah.
So, you know, we pride ourselves on being the underground. We'll smoke weed. For all our white listeners, we do say nigga a ton. But y'all listen to rap, so y'all good with that.
Yeah.
Just know.
We all know y'all say too.
I mean,
behind closed doors.
Don't allow me to.
Yes, please.
But you know, we're gonna talk shit. We're gonna critique. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call Donovan Dijahojic. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like, we're gonna have fun. We're have fun.
As we always do here on this.
So us blabbering and shit like that.
Being said,
let's get into the
let's get into the show. So here we go. This week in wrestling. The week that was, we like to do.
The week that was. We start off usually how we started at this show. We had a run sheet, and we said we're not going to do a review show of wrestling. We're just going to do our high spots. You know what I mean? So our high spots of wrestling. Did you have a high spot? Well, out of the tape stuff, the wrestling, Raw and SmackDown, both in London.
I'm going to give a shout out first and foremost to Rey and Cesaro. I thought that was a fucking dope match.
Yes.
I mean, come on, it's Rey Mysterio and Cesaro, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, what more can you ask for when it's Rey Mysterio and Cesaro going at it? So, in the ring, they matched it, and they got the crowd on their feet. The crowd reacted. They did what they came to do, and I think you put that match and you take it and you plug it into any pay-per-view, and it's going to be a good match. You know, they did they did the damn thing.
Yeah, I like the match. The time that they had, they made every match every move kind of like matter for the most part. Everything kind of. I love Cesaro kind of being a little bit overzealous.
What do you mean by overzealous?
I mean, obviously, like, he should have went like reasonably, but we don't do this show often. But like logically, like, Cesaro should have put Rey out. Like, you know what I mean? He was establishing dominance within the match. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like that. He was overzealous in that aspect to where he was showing off like, I'm this fucking Superman.
Let me just throw you up in the air.
Just fucking
knock your head off. Yo. Well,
Mexican mosquito.
But you know, it Mexican. With that, I got nothing to say with that. I'm sorry. I got nothing to say.
I do also want to a high spot of mine this week was on SmackDown, the Fatal 4-Way between the 4 competitors of SmackDown and the Money in the Bank match. Almas, Randy, Finn Balor, and
Finn Balor, Mustafa.
Mustafa, yes. So that was my high spot because, I mean, you know, Randy's gonna play his hits, you know what I mean. But as far as I saw an interview or I read an interview with Mustafa, he gave props to it was Daniel Bryan. And we said it. We said it was.
I knew it once I saw it. Like, this is Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Has his name written all over it.
Yeah, I mean,
I said it like, yo, the reason why Mustafa's getting this push, I think that Daniel wants to work with him.
Yeah.
When he came up from 205 Live, I'm like, Daniel is a champion right now. And he's talking to him like, pull somebody up from 205 Live. I want this hit. You know? And then I heard later on that Daniel was like, yo, we need a new babyface. I mean, we need a new babyface. I can't be it no more. We need a big hot
and AJ can't be it either.
Yeah.
He's 40.
So he saw it in trade.
Nigga, and listen, AJ, the show is called Raw. Like RAW, not Raw. RAWL.
Absolutely.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, my man is like, I'm here on Raw. And I'm like, God damn, that's why Vince don't want you on this goddamn show, man. Can't pronounce the damn name right. Shit.
Yeah. He's Sour Country, man. He's Sour Country. I don't mind it, AJ's country shit. I think it makes him him.
It does make him him.
So,
like, you know, I mean, listen, you gotta take the L off of it, dog. You gotta take Raw. Anyway, yeah. So my high spot was that you gave a shout out to Mysterio and Cesaro
and so on. Yeah. Honestly, I really fuck with the segment with Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Lacey. And I know some people might not like it, might be repetitive or whatever. I think the dynamic of the table between Becky and between the two blonde, like quintessential blonde people they would push was a really cool visual as a visual alone. And then on top of
the twins,
the twins, yeah. And then they're not like steering away from the fact that they like blondes and they're very similar looking. So I appreciate that they're not looking at us like we're stupid when you hear promos and all that stuff. And I appreciated also the beatdown. They jumped Becky. So I was fucking with that as they should have. Their heels.
I mean, it was.
Nothing was gonna happen.
It was formulaic. I don't know, man. I told you, we had our kind of little mini talk off the show where I was like, I'm just not interested. I'm at this point where I'm a results guy. You know what I mean? Like, just let me know what the results is, because if it was just Becky and Lacey, I would probably be more involved in the storyline because it's just them two. You know what I mean? But for the simple fact that Charlotte is involved now, and it just dilutes it. You know what I mean? From a production quality, like there's no women development on SmackDown. I mean, you know what I mean? Like there's no women development.
Like you were telling me that you would have rather seen Charlotte Flair and Bayley go at it like a number one
contenders match.
SmackDown,
to give SmackDown something as a turn, because right now the tag division is kind of weak. Like you're really banking on.
I think they want to put the title back on Charlotte on SmackDown. That's what I think they're trying to do. I think that's why they did this. However, I don't think it's a great idea. I think your idea that the number one contenders match would be great. I also would have Becky go over and just hold the belts for a little longer. Just that Becky 2 belts, man, ride that shit out for like another 2
belts. I mean, Becky 2 belts would be good heading into SummerSlam.
Yeah, Becky 2 belts heading into SummerSlam. She has the steam. She has momentum. Let it ride. Don't take any title off of her. And if she can do it, now don't overwork the girl either. They'll be putting her on SmackDown to defend, and then put her on Raw defend. And
Yes,
back
nigga, yes,
to SmackDown,
yes.
defend
My
back
thing
to back
is,
to back.
that's the
Like
thing.
give her promos and give her, you know.
But
shit.
my thing is like again, CT, like that's why I'm saying like we're tired of that. I know I am.
Tired of what?
I'm tired of champions having a title and then just giving me promos, dog.
I know, but you gotta feasibly get Becky over with this run.
I mean, you
And
don't
she is
have
over
to.
with
Like
this
my
run.
thing is
What,
like
the title on Lacey or something?
Becky's made history. Becky's made history already. My thing, I kind of agree with you with it. I just don't think that like it's is a believability of her overcoming both of these people on the same night when Charlotte Flair is supposed to be Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte Flair is supposed
Shout out to the real fan bros. He wants to know what do we think about the Sasha situation. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, that's cool. No, say your
yeah,
questions in.
Yeah,
Say your questions in. Say your questions in. As far as the Sasha situation, I think the Sasha situation is kind of playing a part to what's happening with the women's division. You know what I mean? Like, if Sasha was available, I think they would have been able to do something with all four of the women to give them something to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but they have Bayley. They don't see Bayley as somebody that can have a match instead of Sasha.
No, I mean at the same time, like no. I mean nobody was chanting "We want Bayley." We were chanting "We want Sasha."
I mean Bayley's had those chants before. Not
in
some
full
time.
sale, nigga. What you talking about? In full sale, nigga. Ain't nobody, man. Ain't no nigga. Ain't paying no motherfucking money to come. I mean, listen. All right, so now with the Sasha situation, I think realistically, like Sasha again, you know, we stated on the podcast before, we think Sasha for the most part sees what's going on with Becky and Charlotte and Ronda, and feels as if like she's not getting her just due. So now,
it's hard to take a back seat when you know the reasons why you're taking a back seat.
Exactly.
And you're talented.
Exactly.
So when you know the reasons why you're taking a back seat and you just keep taking a back seat and you're talented and you want to do cool shit and you want to have that magic again. So I feel Sasha on that as a creative, as a person who wants to push for the stars and shit like that. I get that passion. Because when the most passionate people sometimes rub the corporate environment the wrong way.
I mean, you guys
it's happening not just with Sasha though. It's happening with other people.
Okay,
Luke Harper. It's happening with Leo Rush. It's happening with certain people. So I understand the creative aspect of just want to be your best. Now, granted, it's a corporate environment. You gotta conduct yourself a certain manner.
I mean, sometimes, you know, we talked about it when we talked about Kofi Mania. You know how we, sometimes you gotta buck the establishment. You know what I mean? Like Sasha is like, yo, I'm giving you a legit ultimatum. Put Charlotte, put Becky, put Bayley at a fucking Foot Locker and sell a pair of sneakers. Show me the merchandise sales of little. Show me a Party City pack of them three for Halloween costumes. Sure. Like Sasha makes them a lot of money, man.
A lot of bread.
Sasha makes them a lot of money, and I completely understand. She's the number one. She makes history. Sorry, that's my phone out on vibrate. She makes history at the Royal Rumble by being the first entry, but then she gets eliminated by I think Nikki Bella, I believe, or something like that. And then she's like, okay, that's not my spot. I give it to Asuka. Asuka goes and then loses the undefeated streak to Charlotte. So, Charlotte gets this victory to build her up a year from later because y'all know Ronda's coming in. So now you're telling me I took a back seat a whole year from now? A whole year from now. You know what I mean? So I get it. You know what I mean?
I get it. No, because with these disputes with the contracts that WWE right now, I'm really on the fan side because I mean I'm always gonna be on the fan side. Not the fan side, the talent side. The talent side, like Luke, Leo, Sasha, all of them I feel like deserve their just due. And it's hard to play the game and go do it for so long. And you put your bodies on the line. You guys are sacrificing time with your families. And then you're like, what is it all for? When you have those dreams and aspirations. So sometimes you got to buck the system to readjust and see where you are in your life and move forward and say like, hey, If I'm walking, I'm walking. If so be it. You guys can't keep me from doing what I want to do
And I think
or who I want to be.
WWE for WWE
Part of the reason why he left, I think too.
I mean, I'm saying for the most part, like WWE is like as big as a conglomerate that they are. They do business in a real shiesty loan shark type of manner, and that's bothersome. You know what I mean? Okay, if his business is business, you know what I mean? Adding on time to a contract because of injury. I mean, do what you will, but if my man is, but my thing is, if my man is healthy, utilize him. You know what I mean? Like it's completely unethical when you're doing Make-A-Wish Foundations, when you're doing Susan G. Komen, when you're talking about don't be a bully, and you won't let nobody earn their living. You know what I mean? Like Luke's probably making money to sit at home, but like that's not what we, you know what I mean?
That's like taking your purpose away from you.
Exactly.
You know? Like for people like that, people who wrestle, man. That's why wrestlers end up wrestling until they die. You know, they wrestle nonstop because it's such a drug. You know, so when he gets this chance to just to come back, he's healthy again, and you're just not using. And everybody knows his talent.
For Eric Rowan to be tag team.
But you even know how they fuck with him because they're like, no, you're not gonna leave for even longer. They fuck with you. They fuck with you, but you still not getting booked. That's torture.
I mean,
and it's now they're just doing that to keep him away from AEW and other promotions. That's asinine. Honestly, it's evil. It's kind of cruel.
And I mean, for artists to be like, you know what I mean, for artists to be restricted the way that they are from the artistry, what we got? What's the comment over there?
No, he's just saying that they did Luke Harper dirty. They did him real dirty, man. Like,
I think for Luke, honestly, and Luke really wants it. You know what I mean? Like they gave him, they broke away the Wyatt family and they gave him the IC run, but they really didn't give him any character development when he had that run. I think him and Dolph Ziggler really could have had a decent feud together if their first match wasn't a ladder match. Yeah. If they built it to it being a ladder match, I think that would have gave, because Dolph can make anybody look like a fucking $1 million. Yeah. And I think that would have made Luke in the process.
Yeah, I remember that. So they just had a one-off ladder match before Intercontinental Championship, right?
And then I think he lost it.
Yeah, they should have built that.
They should have built it.
They give it to him and then just like teasing the guy. It's like, here you go, hold this for a
but even with the Bludgeon Brothers, when they came back, like the gimmick kind of worked. You know what I mean? Like,
and it shouldn't. Honestly, the Bludgeon Brothers is nothing.
Yeah, I was
like, what the fuck is a Bludgeon Brother?
I would
have
rather them came back as the Wyatt family, man.
At least the Wyatt family has storyline behind it. Like, has like a.
Speaking of the Wyatt family, speaking of
the Wyatt family,
my best.
That's my best produce. Sorry, I stole that from you, right?
Good weed, man. Our best producer. Bray Wyatt, yo.
I'm an asshole for even questioning.
Yes, you are.
Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
I'm an asshole for even questioning.
Yes.
Bray, honestly, this is a nice pivot. This is a rebrand. Talk about a rebrand. I'm loving Bray Wyatt's rebrand. It was confusing at first, but that's what it's meant to do. Like, make it you confused and like, all right, this fucking Mr. Rogers image, and then you see the creepiness behind it. It's unsettling. That's what it is. It's really unsettling. So it just hits a nerve, and he finally found something. And I remember when I saw that the guy that made the mask.
Yeah.
We were talking about the guy that made the mask. Commented about how he approached him all for these tattoos. I'm sorry. Do you remember the guy's name?
I don't. I'm sorry, man. But you're
the guy who does the tattoos.
We'll reach out to you on Twitter. Yeah. We'll shout you out.
This guy does tattoos. Bray Wyatt saw his work to create the mask that he had debuted this week. That was creepy as fuck. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I think that there's legs with this rebrand, and
He said the guy saved his career.
yeah, he said this. The guy saved his career, and that might be facts right there. It might be real facts that without this pivot, this change, this rebrand, Bray Wyatt could just lift off, then go into nothing because he's heavy on character. His work, his everything is he's heavy on character. But he's like another one of those guys.
But that's what I
Like,
mean.
yes.
That's what I mean. But that's what I mean as far as an artist. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Bray. You know what I mean? Wyndham. You know what I mean? Sees himself as an artist. You know what I mean? Characters create and last long within memory.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So the Bray Wyatt character should be something that is memorable and framed in our minds. You know what I mean? Bray Wyatt is our favorite character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's our favorite.
He's our
We
favorite.
bonded over
Yeah.
like Bray Wyatt being our favorite wrestler.
I think 52 weeks ago. This is
Yeah,
he was
he was one of our. He's our second character spotlight.
yeah. Our first
But-
one is Adam Cole, baby.
So yeah, first one's Adam Cole. We have Bray Wyatt character spotlight. Go back and listen to those on SoundCloud, iTunes, or your podcast. But yeah, Bray, we bonded over Bray being our favorite wrestler, and it's because of his character. It's because he's like an artist like us. He sees wrestling in a certain way and brings a presentation to it that is unique that we've never seen before. But still in the vein of like a horror aspect and a dark side of wrestling. And I think wrestling always needs that dark energy, that
yes.
force to. That's how the supernatural should be.
Exactly, and that's how you kind of like, in the grand scheme of things, like that's how you can create a legit baby face. You know what I mean? When you have a great antagonist in such a dark force, like I was so excited for Bray Wyatt being the new face of Fear. The promos were so excellent. The talking was so good, man. But he got hurt in the match or before the match or whatever the case may be. And Undertaker was, obviously older, and so it suffered. Like he had legs. And then when he finally won the title, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
They gave this nigga a belt. Oh, it's about to be a wrap now. You know what I mean? Only for, him to lose it to Randy, for Randy to lose it to who did Randy lose it to?
Jinder Mahal?
Jinder Mahal, my
Yeah, Jinder Mahal. But I mean, everybody's critical of the Randy run, but I really fuck with it.
No, man, we sacrificed a Bray run for a Jinder run, bro.
Oh, no, okay.
That's the trade-off.
That's when you bring the business into it.
Yes.
We all know why Jinder got the belt. Like, it's all business. So, business is always just sabotaging and creative, So, like, imagine the story you could have told with Bray moving forward with anybody with him winning the title.
Whoever.
Anybody, literally, anybody on the roster.
A fucking broomstick. Bray and a broomstick with a goddamn promo and fire. You know what I mean? So
you got candidates to Bray's commitment, and that's why I like fuck with Cody Rhodes too. Like when they go into a character, they have this commitment, and Goldust, this commitment that to these characters that you'll never forget. And this pivot with Bray is just, I'm really excited. I think him and Seth are gonna tear it down. I think that would be great. Great. You're the Beast Slayer, then you're gonna slay this.
Yeah, nah, man. I need Bray on SmackDown with Alistair.
No, that's a Mania match. Come on. You gotta keep them apart. Keep them apart.
I need
That's a Mania match.
yes, the gender era was an epic film. For sure.
That's like common knowledge, but like yeah, everybody. That's how everybody feels, man. I mean, I feel that way, but I mean, do I fuck with Jinder? I don't know.
I fuck with Jinder in the same aspect I fuck with Drew, in the same mindset of like, you
left, got fired.
You left, you came back.
Better than ever.
It's New Day-esque as far as like they were giving shit and they were just like, all right, we can't do we we can't turn this shit into gold.
Yeah.
So just let us go, dog.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got us as the 3-man
Yeah.
band, nigga. Oh, fuck out of here, nigga.
Like, yo, if you're not gonna rebrand us, we're gonna go rebrand.
That will come back. That's cool.
And that's
cool.
The testament. You never know if you're gonna come back when you leave a spot. You know, you never know. You know, so they left. And got better, came back. I'm always gonna respect Jinder and Drew McIntyre's story in wrestling because that takes hustle, grind, and effort. Yeah, that's you right. That Jinder run was a fail.
What was your worst produce?
My worst produce would be How many? Every week, I guess it's getting worse for me. You know, these Money in the Bank ladder things are really fucking with me, man. Like, it's really fucking with me, man. Maybe I'm really trying to rationalize why the ladders are gonna pop up all the time, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, we have Money in the Bank coming out. We have this ladder theme. You want the general audience to know there's gonna be ladders on Sunday. Like, tune in. But on every match, like, this is ridiculous. Like, it was just too much for me. It was just too much ladders.
I think, man.
Raw.
And
there was like one spot with Dana Brooke.
Oh my God, bro! Anytime Dana Brooke has a microphone, I'm just like, come on, give it to me. Give me this comedic fucking gold here. I mean, she talks like a fucking mannequin.
Yo, yeah. Yes.
I mean, and then people get it like,
yeah, but you know what you mean. That's the thing, you know what it means when she says Dana Brooke talks like a mannequin, even though mannequins don't speak. I'm not gonna hate on Dana Brooke, man, but
man,
I loved her in TNT. I mean, not TNT, what's it, TNT? In NXT. Like, I don't know, maybe I don't know. But I appreciate the dive. I mean, that was the best thing about these ladders. I just didn't fuck with all these ladders, man.
I think
it didn't make me care even more about
my worst produce was Ricochet and Baron Corbin. Why the fuck is Ricochet taking clean losses on Raw to Robert the fuck Roode and Baron the fuck Corbin? Right? He takes a clean pin to Baron Corbin only to hold the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like, how does that?
Oh yeah.
How does that?
That makes
no sense.
Yeah.
Why don't he beat Corbin, and Corbin then like knocks him off the ladder, and then he poses to get heat back? Like, you know what I mean? And then why is he on SmackDown?
Because he had to go do a save.
He had to go do a save on who? Yeah. For what? It's not a brand. You have no place.
It's the wild card. You never know what you could expect.
Bruh.
You have the wild card, man. Already.
Bruh.
It's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Bruh. It's horrible.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's like you guys are just. You know what's funny? Like, I don't want to put any. I want to give credit to AEW, man. Honestly, I know maybe it's a stretch, but I think they're feeling the pressure, bro. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't feel the pressure of AEW at all. But I think WWE is panicking.
What?
With that and Fox at the same time. What? And them getting this. And we can talk about it right now. AEW got a deal.
All right, quick. This is the logic. This is our segment. Reasonable Wrestling always brings you a segment of business and logic, to where we kind of, obviously it's in the title, we try to bring those two aspects into wrestling. So right now our business and logic segment is AEW getting their television contract with TNT, bringing wrestling back on cable television as a quote-unquote alternative. Well, not a quote-unquote, it's a legit alternative. It's
Absolutely.
a legit alternative.
And they're on
basic cable, TNT. And
prime time.
I think it's a fantastic move for AEW to get this. Hey, Cody, if you're out there, I don't know which camera I need to look into. You got a writer here, you got a creative thinker, you got an editor, you got a photographer, you got a videographer. You got a commentator. You got whatever you need, man.
And we're not too far.
Not too far. Jacksonville is only 3.5 hours from Orlando. 3 if I push it.
You can pull up.
You know what I mean? Pull-up season is still in effect.
Still.
But yo, AEW for the most part, like I don't think AEW's legitimacy, because that's what this television contract has done, is legitimized this new wrestling brand. I don't think necessarily it brings WWE to a position to where they're worried per se.
No, they're not worried, but they're doing shit with. I think it's a combination of three things. I think it's a combination of the Fox deal's nearing. You gotta start doing shit to make some stars. And I think it's that. I think it's AEW. It's taking stars that you guys thought you got completely online. People are leaving. And what was the third thing?
I mean, but who left that's going there besides Dean, right? It's a good chance Dean is going there.
What was the third thing? Oh yeah, and the third thing was the ratings. The ratings is that the ratings are at an all-time low. So I don't think it's a matter of them feeling the pressure of like, oh, we're gonna be in competition. It's pressure of like, we gotta tighten up. You know, we gotta tighten up and make this something worth what they're getting for Fox, and not make people tune into other things because they're showing weakness. Even if nothing happens, they're showing weakness when it comes to ratings. They're showing weakness when it comes to talent leaving. They're showing weakness when it comes to as a business is run. So you want to even talk about it business-wise. That's when a fledgling company should come up in a competition, even if it doesn't even nearly meet that match. It can be the new. What do you like? What in shoes? In shoes,
yeah.
Like compare like Nike to whatever is next.
Yeah, I mean, for right now, like obviously Nike's still the front runner, but like people need to start paying attention to Under Armour. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like as long as they have like Tom Brady as a guy and Steph Curry as a guy, and you know what I mean, like The Rock as a guy, like
Under Armour was taking over.
Under Armour.
I would say honestly, I don't. Like I would rather get Under Armour, honestly.
And Under Armour has been involved in because I know Nike has the tech, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Under Armour's been in that game for a little bit for protection work. So,
but yeah,
I see
comparing like
AEW,
like it's gonna be hard work. AEW, you gotta come correct. Like this, the thing that makes me want to tune in, honestly, the most is they're saying that wins and losses matter. How? I just want to see how, and if they give me that, I'm gonna tune in to see matches. I know me. Like I know me as a wrestling fan is gonna tune in to see matches if wins and losses actually matter. I think all these reasonable fans are actually asking for is that.
Yeah, I think reasonable marks just need matches to matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I need to know a number one contendership. I need to know what this kind of animosity is about. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I need to be in the know of what's going on. Like like we said, it's hard to suspend your disbelief. Like, bro, I wanted to go see The Intruder
because it pays off as a long-term year. That's why.
It is so predictable.
What?
The movie The Intruder.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I look at good. That's why I look at wrestling as like, yo, we know what the premise of this fucking movie is. Can we just get it directed well? Can we get it written well? And could it not be so fucking long?
Yeah.
And wrestling and The Intruder are the same thing. The movie was fucking long with the basic premise that had a little bit of nice production quality and value to it. But at the end of the day, it was formulaic, which is WWE.
Yeah.
Has some easy.
It hits all those highs and lows that audience wants, though.
I mean,
so it has to be formulated.
Exactly, which I think.
I mean, it's Megan Good and the guy with the white eyes, right?
Ricky from Barbershop.
That's what everybody calls him. Yeah, but yeah. So those movies are those movies. They're gonna be formulated.
And wrestling and WWE, I think for the most part, like they won't cave I don't believe so. I think for the most part they will just make things they'll spice it up a little, like you know what I mean. Like I think Braun's hurt, so he's got the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Mhm.
So now you got Sammy, Drew, Baron, and who else from Raw's on there? Uh, it's Sammy, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin.
I don't remember. Honestly, I really don't remember these guys.
God damn it!
I can't help you, man.
Damn shit.
I'm gonna watch. We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch.
We're gonna watch.
But we haven't.
But Sammy takes it. But now it gives you the different. You know what I mean? A different aspect. It's
Sammy taking
Braun's
Braun
spot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now it gives you that. So now we get to see that. You know, like Kevin Owens and matter of fact, let's. You want to do business logic? Okay, what? Well,
We do. Yeah, let's get to the point with AEW. It's a good thing. I don't think that we just want to heat. But I think we got. I don't know where we at.
I mean, I don't know.
We're talking about
AEW, but I don't think WWE is feeling heat. I think not like what I was saying was like now Braun's hurt. There's like they give us better opportunities, like different. Like it's not going to be the same old thing. That's why I think that's why I got stuck at the Money in the Bank. The Money in the Bank ladder match is different, even though we kind of think Drew's going to win it.
Okay,
you know what I mean. But for Sammy to be in there, for Ali to be in there, for Ricochet to be in there,
I think
for Andrade to be in there.
Yeah, I think we did
like,
really some really cool shit.
Exactly.
So I can't wait to see those.
Yeah, so I can't wait
to see those matches.
I think that's what I was trying to do.
I know you're not looking to the Force of the Women's one. I know you're not.
Oh, the women's one is trash.
Yeah.
Oh, the women's I'm sorry. I think the women's Money in the Bank match is going to be horrendous. But I'm gonna watch it because I support women.
Me too. Me too.
Well,
man. I really think we could sneak one in there, girls. You know, people not expecting it.
Okay, listen.
Fantastic match.
Yes. I mean, I'm sorry. My expectations are low. I mean, what the fuck? I was like, sugarcoat this shit is the Underground Wrestling, a podcast of professional wrestling. Listen. It's Mandy Rose. It's Carmella. It's Alexa Bliss. It's Natalia. It's Dana Brooke. And then shout out to my girl Naomi. You know what I mean? BGM. You feel me? You know, if you know, you know. But like, who else is in it? Exactly.
I'm just hoping they do some cool shit.
No, I don't want them to kill themselves because all of my inexperience. Like, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, man? The motherfuckers about to kill themselves. Trying to do shit that the men do. I'm not saying men can't.
Natalia can be the general out there, and Naomi's like I was telling you, Naomi is veteran. They're gonna hold shit down.
Nigga, Naomi got them her knee doing a springboard moonsault, winning the title. Have we not forgot about that? And almost ruined a perfect WrestleMania scenario for her coming to her hometown holding the title.
You cannot put that on her, man. She got injured.
That's what I'm saying. She got injured doing. Listen.
Okay, so you don't want them doing splashy got you.
Bro, and I'm not saying that they can't do sponsor and cable, but I'm saying I ain't seen Mandy Rose put on a decent headline yet. So how the fuck she gonna fly off the ladder?
Oh my god. Yeah, her and Alexa not gonna do anything probably.
Alexa in a ladder match. That's the best case scenario for her.
I know, right? For real.
It's like Daniel Bryan.
This year almost have like a career ending.
That's what I'm saying. WWE, Michael Jackson told us they don't really care about us. And as you can tell, putting someone that is.
But she's not gonna do spots, so they're gonna set her up like.
There's no way you can
just look cute and stand on the ladder.
But then again, okay, get out the way then. Get out the way. Get out the way, Alexa. If you're not gonna be in there putting your shit on the line, then get out the way.
They've invested so much in her. They have to put her.
They invested shit. She can be Sunny. Sunny ain't motherfucking put on a match.
Yeah, she won the title a couple times.
Nigga, Sunny
more legitimate than Sunny.
She can be Sunny. Alexa, you know what I mean? Like she can be. I know you want me. I know you need me. I know that you want my love. Please don't sue me.
Shout out to
Um,
what's her name?
Tammy Lee Cinch. Stop getting arrested, please. Please. All right, like it took China 173 years to get in because she like did porn a few times. But we got Tammy Lee Cinch getting like DUIs, like she's Robert Downey Jr. in the 90s. You feel me? Like goodness gracious. All right, so yes, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Matter of fact, let's look at this match card. Right. Let's look at the match card for Money in the Bank. As far as AEW, I'm super excited for them. I do want to see them take off. I do want to see them succeed. I do think that their women's division also needs a little bit of bulking up as well. I do hope that their relationship with either ROH or TNA or New Japan, or New Japan does have women wrestling either, so there's that. I you know what I mean, would like to see them, have them, because I enjoy women's wrestling.
Yeah.
I do. I enjoy good women's wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, I just don't watch any women's wrestling.
And for you, it's easy to decipher who gets busy and who doesn't.
Exactly.
So,
like,
yeah. I try to like rationalize it, because they either are decent talkers, or they've been working hard for a very long time, And who else? Who else want to put in there? Nia's injured, I don't know why Nikki Cross is not doing the whole crazy shit anymore. But she did She did crazy shit in the match, but she wasn't crazy at all in her promo.
No, because they're giving her a little bit different different aesthetic to the character. You know what I mean? Like, showing a little bit. She
hasn't even really debuted with the crazy enough to even change her.
So there's.
All right. I mean, that's it.
You also.
Anyways, but yeah, with women, I just want to see the match. What's the card now?
Card for Money in the Bank. We don't usually do previews, but we do previews all the time, so that's a lot. We have Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. Shout out to Luke Harper. Versus the Usos, because SmackDown doesn't have any tag teams, so there's that. Okay, so
wait, the Usos are facing
yes, nigga.
Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Oh snap!
Yes, nigga.
Wild card pay-per-view match.
I mean,
okay.
All right. Who wins?
They fucked up the tag. Why you just keep one of the Usos? Oh god. Okay, wait. One of the tags, they just keep on. I don't know what the fuck they should have done. But yeah, no. That's that. No, anyways, you said next match was
what was that say?
Why was Daniel Bryan on the pre-show?
Because he's a tag team. And we know how they care about tag teams, right? They piss on tag teams. You know what I mean? Obviously, you look at the tag team roster on SmackDown, and is as thin as women's clothing at the beach. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's as thin as women's clothing at a nude beach.
Yeah, the tag team division on SmackDown needs some work.
It's horrible, man. So
I get why they do that, but so that's the pre-show match?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Another match we got is Tony Nese versus Arya Daivari. I mean, that's the best we got, 205. That's what we got. That's really what we got out here in these streets. But I ain't watching that shit. Next match.
Why?
I mean, Arya Daivari, nigga. I mean, the good workers, the talkers, he's needed. I mean, he may be a good worker, but that's the best we got for a title match. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You got a prediction on this?
For what?
Exactly. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. for the United States Championship.
Oh, shit. No joke.
Samoa Joe needs to just beat the shit out of Ray.
I don't know why that hasn't happened
I don't
yet.
know why
I don't know why
it
it hasn't
but
happened yet.
knowing them, Ray's gonna get the win and get the title.
No, come on.
Yeah.
Fuck. We're doing this Ray thing again. I mean, I don't get me wrong. Ray, I love Ray, and he's killing it. Like, he's still just as good as he's ever been. But I just want to see Joe run a little bit long. I mean, I'm just being a fan, I guess. I'm a big Joe fan. I would have him have more of a stronger reign, but if you want to bring him up to face Seth, that's cool. Give it to Ray for a little bit. You bring him up to face Seth.
That would be dope.
In terms of SummerSlam.
That would be dope. I like that. Excuse me, I'm yawning because the next fucking match is Shane McMahon versus The Miz. That's the worst written shit ever in wrestling. Just Shane McMahon. This
It's the battle
6
of the
weeks.
bad bods.
This 6 weeks of Shane McMahon has been the worst written shit on wrestling in a while. And I'm a little bit, my shit is setting in, my high is setting in. I had some sangria and I had 2 beers, and I might just let this go. I might just say Shane McMahon needs to fucking, never mind, I won't say it.
I mean, how else do you turn the Miz babyface? You know, like, you think they could have done it any other way? And give him a meaningful WrestleMania match?
Man, you don't need. You only need Miz to be babyface because of the fucking show. Okay, that's fine. But Shane McMahon doesn't need to be on fucking both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. He's killing me.
He's fucking killing the shit out. Like, how he's in it with Roman and with the Miz.
Hold the camera time.
I mean, all up in the video. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
Shane McMahon, you're worse than Adam Pearce, man. And he missed the camera.
Oh my
Missed the
god.
camera time.
Shout out to Adam Pearce, man. Yeah. Whatever on that match too, man. That's just to be honest. Whatever on that match. We got Roman and Elias. I mean, come on. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Big dog bark. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's no even need to give no explanation on that.
No.
All right. So, the women's Money in the Bank match. All right. Natalya, Dana Brooke, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, Carmella, and Naomi. Okay, out of all that, we got 4 workers and 4 non-workers. You know what I mean?
I mean, if Alexa gets it, I'm going to be tight. But, yeah, I don't see them going that route. I think they're going to Mandy.
You think Mandy's gonna get it?
The way they're looking, yeah, they're going to Mandy. It's the only thing that's going to make Mandy a main eventer, and that's what they see in her.
I see you on that. I was thinking Ember as a dark horse.
Ember's not winning.
Yeah, she's not. She's gonna do
I
a
love
cool
Ember,
ass
man.
spot though, for sure.
Do I do a cool spot?
She's gonna do a cool ass spot.
I'm telling you, man, she should go with that fortune teller shit, man. That gimmick, man. She should go with that, not fortune teller, like astrology shit. Just take it like astrology version of Bray. On the women's division. I'm telling you.
Next match,
I'm telling you, man. Ember could be a big player. You just give her some character, and she can go heavy with the character.
oh my goodness, no. Has Ember had a good match on the main roster?
I can't name it, but
Okay, no, so I'm not giving you no fucking character. Have a good match first. And then go back and invest and put it through.
she has. Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Exactly. Thank you. So,
You're mean, man. You're looking mean. Ember, man.
I'm saying like
I'm a fan.
Ember at the same time. What is it? Got 10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds remaining.
Oh shit.
Oh, yo, Instagram Live. Looks like we out. Peace.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. All right. So, with that being said, that means we probably been on live probably like an hour or so. So that means we've been recording for like an hour or so. I I see, like, I'm not saying Ember can't work, and I'm not saying that I think the character as is okay if they just like show what she is and what it is more. You know what I mean?
What is it though? Ember Moon. Like what the fuck is it?
I don't know. She needs to tell me. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
All right.
So you got Ember and I got Mandy.
I got Bailey actually as my final answer.
Oh, I forgot Bailey's in this. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Yeah, she might get it. I can see Bailey and Mandy Rose. Yeah.
All right. Sammy's the men's Money in the Bank. We got Sami Zayn, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade, Randy Orton.
Drew.
You got Drew?
Yeah.
About
damn time.
I got Andrade.
No, it's gonna be Drew. They're not giving it Andrade. If they give it Andrade, I'm gonna be tight. I mean, I'm gonna be hyped. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna like, I'll pop for Andrade getting that. But I don't see it happen. I see Drew.
You see Drew going to that?
Yeah. I can even see Sammy getting it before Andrade. But I'm gonna go with Drew.
All right. So that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a good match. I'm excited to see that. All right. So now, big dog time. The man, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, SmackDown Women's Title.
I know I want to see Becky go out with both titles. I'm a big Becky fan. But I see her dropping it. And I don't see them giving it to Lacey just yet. I think they're going to give the win to Charlotte somehow.
So Charlotte wins SmackDown Women's, and
Lacey wins. I mean, and Becky stays the Raw champion. Raw Women's champion. Raw Women's champion. Sorry. But man, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna stick with what I want. I'm gonna say they're gonna go with what I want. Becky's gonna go out to keep the belts. Keep them.
okay.
Yeah. But have some faith. The man takes both titles. Becky 2 belts.
Becky 2 belts retains.
I know it took a long time to get the belt.
Ah!
I'm there.
I would say I would like to see that as well. I would like to see Becky 2 belts. I would like to see Becky 2 belts. Yeah. Becky 2 belts. I would like to see that. Yeah. Becky's still going. So with that being said, since you're still running with that, our next championship match is Kofi versus Kevin Owens. Does Kofi retain?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say he retains.
All right.
I'm gonna say he retains. I'm scared though, because I want him to retain. For ratings has been. Been down. I'm not saying this is his fault though.
I think Kofi's going to. I want to see Kofi retain, but I think Kevin Owens might get. I think Kevin Owens might get the strap. I think Kevin Owens might beat Kofi. I know Kofi's gonna put up a good fight. He's gonna be a baby face, but I think Kevin's just gonna put that. I think Kevin's gonna do it.
All right. And I'm not gonna be mad either way. Like I honestly can't be mad either way. I just hope they kill it.
So with that being said, um, the last match we got AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. Now we know Seth Rollins is going to retain. Like, right? Like, right? Or are you saying AJ got it?
No, Seth is still going to be the title.
Oh, okay.
Seth is keeping that title.
Okay. Because I was just going to be like, you know.
If they give it to AJ, I'll be shocked, honestly. I'm going that far. I'll be shocked.
Well, that's our Money in the Bank preview right there, man.
That's
That's it.
That's it.
It's all 11 matches, man.
Yeah.
And we cared about probably 6 of them, right?
I don't know how
6
many I
or
care about.
7?
I can't even. I don't want to say. I don't want to say. I care about a couple of these matches. Come on. Oh, we were going with the cage match. We were talking about that thing.
What, the Shane Liz? Oh, you know I ain't talking about that. Oh, you know I ain't talking about that shit. Oh man, I fuck that nigga. Fuck that match. Fuck that
The
match.
cage match.
Bro,
With two dads.
yo, I'm 30 years old, man. I can watch wrestling for another 30 years, and I will never probably rewatch more than 3 Shane matches. Ever. King of the Ring 98?
Okay.
2000?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 99, I believe, with Steve Blackman.
Oh yeah.
And WrestleMania.
Xbox.
No. Him and Vince.
Oh, the one
With
where
him and Vince.
I like the Xbox one better than him and Vince one.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, that's far. But still, I'm not watching a lot of those.
But he was young then though.
Yeah.
Different too.
Yeah,
he was a stubborn brat boy.
yeah, you're old as dad, man.
Yeah, now it's like,
Nah, fam. I don't need you jumping off shit. I don't need
yo,
you.
Shay, what is wrong with you, man?
I don't need you hurting yourself.
It's just funny to me, man. This guy jumping off shit every year. I'm just jump off this cage, Dad.
Not for my entertainment.
I'm just gonna jump off this cage, Dad.
I don't need you to
I'm gonna do it again, Dad. Just jump off this cage.
So,
It's like, damn.
yes, I don't care. Shit, man. That's the show. You want to do shout outs before we end the show?
We can do some shout outs, but before that, do we have the Book in Black this week? Because it will be a shame to have the 52 weeks of Book in Black, and I have one Book in Black for today.
Us, nigga.
We're the Book in Black?
Yes. Live on the spot. We about to book us. What, as a podcast, as a tag team, how would you book us going forward? What is our goals? What is our aspirations? Right now, we don't have a lot of fan engagement as we're live, but we're just doing it because this is a personal achievement for us.
The passion.
It's a passion, you know what I mean? People will catch on when they will.
Yeah.
But for a tag team like us with a lot of potential, with a lot of great ideas, with a lot of passion for this industry and for our creative itch that we have, how would you book us? What do you see? What is it that you see?
I see a lot, man. I see a lot. It gets me emotional when I talk about Beautiful Wrestling, because I've never done something and been this faithful to something for so long. And it's no. So 52 is consecutively. Big deal. And it's just beginning. I see us going big places creatively, inside and outside of wrestling. I see us on a stage somewhere hosting, maybe doing a podcast for one day. You know, I see us getting merchandise. Yeah, I see us starting to move. as we look at wrestling, and it is doing it for the culture, doing it for an underappreciated segment of wrestling and a creative side, the production side, the business side, the logic side. I see it's just moving forward, doing it for the culture.
Doing it for the motherfucking culture. To piggyback off that, because you pretty much hit the nail on the head with it as far as I see us like, in the vein of Street Profits. You know what I mean? Like how shout out to Montez and Angelo. As far as the legit grind that we put into the craft, like we're not as technologically advanced as other podcasts, or we're not as consistent with our engagement on social media as other podcasts. But our consistency to give you something authentic and raw and passionate is something that we hold dear to. You know what I mean? Like when tag teams perform, that's the type of passion that they have when they go out there and perform to give you elation. You know what I mean? Through emotion. We argue, we bicker, we agree, we have different perspectives, but somehow it all comes from a place of having it make sense. You know what I mean? So for us going forward, everything we do going forward, I think will make sense.
And the beautiful thing about regional wrestling is that it tends to eventually make sense. Everybody has a way of making it make sense.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing about wrestling. It's
so subjective. Exactly.
It's so diverse in concept. It's so diverse in audience. It's so diverse in so many ways. And competitors and what you can present, creativity.
And having like it's okay, like we try not to gas bag too much. We try not to do the fantasy booking. We try not to do all this is bad. Creatively and stuff like that. We are gonna call it out if it's just atrocious. You know what I mean? We're gonna have our opinion on what we think could have been better. As other podcasts. But I believe our due diligence as to what it is that we do here reflects on what we want to see in wrestling going forward. So I think our presentation for sure will be better. Our booking is going forward. Our preparation, I for sure will continue to get better with that going forward, and also creatively just bring in the authenticity that we are. You know what I mean? I think that's what's going to get us over in a sense. You know what I mean? That draws in a lot more bees. That's when someone can see that we're trying to, and I'm even gonna put in. I'm booking myself. I'm going to take, I'm gonna enlist and enroll in the wrestling school to be a referee because I want to understand more. My hunger for knowledge to expand to bring back here has been it's 1,000 right now. You know what I mean? Like so, but
you really put it together. Because it's gonna be from a real production aspect.
Exactly.
And that's the separation of two divides.
Exactly.
And going forward, it's gonna be this. What we just did here, and that's here with y'all. But we couldn't get here with the people that we locked with us.
Yes.
We couldn't get here with so many people.
We
52 weeks consecutive.
52 weeks consecutive. We check our page, our SoundCloud page, and we get blown away. We're like, yo, why do we got so many listeners in Ireland and I think I got a homie in Brampton, Canada that listens all the time. So I'm like, yo, Canada's listening.
Shout out to
Mexico,
UK.
France, yo.
Shout out to was it Portugal?
Matter of fact, let's
Yo,
what we about to. That's what we about to do.
We gotta
We're
shout
about to shout out all the countries,
that fuck with
yo.
us. And we don't do it enough, guys, but we really fuck with y'all for fucking with us and coming here to this podcast and hearing us talk shit. So
Yo, we almost at 35. I mean, we put out a lot of content, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got 3,500 listens on our, and we don't push it. This is all organic. We don't pay for shit. We don't pay for listens. Just this past week, man, Austria, in the UK, man.
Wow.
Let's do all time.
Let's do all time, yeah.
All time. Since 52 weeks, man. Dublin, Ireland is a top city. Shout out to whoever's in
It was
Dublin.
Ireland, yo. Ireland really fucks with us, yo. Thank you, Ireland.
Ireland,
Thank you.
Germany,
Shout out to Germany. Shout out to
Brazil,
Brazil. Shout out to France,
Indonesia,
Mexico,
Russian Federation,
India.
Turkey,
Is that Netherlands?
Yep.
Netherlands,
Canada,
Thailand,
Bangladesh,
Spain,
Singapore,
Colombia,
the UK.
Islamic Republic of Iran.
Holy shit. Wow. Poland.
Love you guys. Pakistan,
Argentina,
Ukraine,
Japan,
Australia,
the Philippines,
Italy,
Czech Republic,
Egypt,
Austria,
Bulgaria,
Russia, Nepal,
shout out to
Serbia,
Serbia, shout out to Republic of Korea, shout out to Monaco,
Morocco,
shout out to
Malaysia,
Vietnam.
Adria,
Algeria?
Algeria.
Algeria.
Oh, nigga.
Algeria, yo guys.
Algeria.
You can't see. Albania,
Albania,
Cyprus,
Hong Kong,
Greece,
Peru.
Peru.
You already know.
Oh God.
Cambodia, Kenya.
Nigeria.
Come on.
Nigeria, fuck with me. That's what's up.
United Arab of Emirates.
Iraq,
Province of Taiwan, Province of China.
Denmark.
So,
Shout out
man,
to all y'all, you guys, just for listening to us and hearing us just talk week after week and talking about wrestling.
Yo, we also like to give a shout out to the big homie Rich, cousin Rich.
Yo, shout out to Rich. He's been our day one. You want to talk about day one? Rich has been our day one.
Yeah.
And we tell you about Reasonable Wrestling. He's been our day one, man. He fucks with us hard, and he's been there for Reasonable Wrestling like you guys wouldn't even imagine. But thank you, Rich, for all the support
and the input.
Yes.
The feedback. We need that more from you guys. You know what I mean? The feedback. You know
Definitely want some more feedback. We trying to grow this, and we wouldn't get here without our homie Days, who's in Minnesota.
Yeah, shout out to Iron Man. Yeah,
our Iron Man. Shout out to him, yo. Like, keep doing your thing out there in Minnesota. We're still the Avengers. We're gonna still link up, but we couldn't get here without his support. We can't get there without our women.
Yo, our women, man. Our girls,
shout
man.
Shout out to Amelia Shamedhana. Yeah, shout out to Amelia. Love you.
Shout out to Ivana. Love you too. It's for them to give us this time, this freedom. Women love their time with their men. It's not like we, they sacrifice a lot. You know what I mean? They sacrifice a lot for us to do this, and so we, it takes time to edit these videos and to put up the podcast and the 2 hours recording and whatnot. So
time to research
exactly. And that's weekly,
Yeah.
So thank you to them. Shout out to people that's putting their stamp on this with us. Alex Greenfield from LW.
Thanks to Alex for our
first interview on the
very first interview
podcast.
on the podcast. Thank you, Alex.
Shout out to also Matt Riddle, man.
Shout out to the bro.
Big homie Matt Riddle.
Shout out to the bro.
We got more storage, you guys, for with the bro show. So y'all stay tuned with that.
Yeah, stay tuned with that.
Who else? Montezi from the Shane Strickland. From the Swerve City podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Shane Strickland.
Shout out to Shane.
Shout out to our big homie MVP. We did a character spotlight on him, and he actually listened to it and reposted it and shared it.
Yeah.
And that's a big. That's
we really appreciate all the support, guys.
Yeah.
You don't know how much that we appreciate all the plugs and the shout outs and just it's really, we really appreciate that because you guys don't have to do it. Nobody has to plug us, and we just do it out of passion.
Azariah.
Oh, shout out to Azariah.
Yeah, shout
Can't
out
forget
to
about
Azariah, man.
Yeah, he's our little creative genius when it comes to this.
Trevino,
shout out to Trevino.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, like we definitely do appreciate everybody, even your sisters, man, with the support.
Oh yeah, thank you. Shout out to Essie.
Yeah,
Essie just holding me down with the talks and pushing me. Shout out to Unima. See, I'm gonna get emotional talking about my sisters, man.
It's just the support, man. Like,
shout out to my brothers.
Yeah,
Bazooka. Shout out to all of them. Kenny, Mom, love you. I couldn't do without your support. And I don't want to get into all my whole family. I'm African. I have a big family.
No, we need to start hashtagging that so we can get some more Nigerian listeners, man.
Yeah.
We gonna hashtag for all the countries that listen to us. We gonna take the time out to hashtag and make sure that so whenever y'all do that, y'all gonna see. Whenever we post something, we gonna post all the countries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get some more. Love out there to y'all. Get some more exposure out there to y'all, to from us to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we family, man. Like your family is a big part of you, which so they're always here with me. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man.
Your family is such a big buildup of you that you bring that here. So like. And after meeting them in New York, you know what I mean, I could definitely see, how they can inspire you. You know what I mean, and also don't lose sight of how you inspire them. You know what I mean, like we're right now expressing our artistic creativity in a way that pushed your sister to even do a podcast. You know what I mean? So like. So we just like you said, man. Our goal, us going forward, is to continue to push the culture, expand. Continue to give a platform for people who want to just be able to be, themselves.
Yeah.
We're ourselves here. We don't necessarily try to change each other, and for you guys that listen to us, you guys will kind of understand us a lot more of our personalities, and that's why I say we make a good tag team. You know what I mean? So thank you guys again.
Thank you so much.
And I think now my last thank you is to you, man, my tag team partner. So with that,
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so we on this 52nd episode, on this 52nd consecutive week of this podcast, we're just gonna smoke this blunt, and that's our toast to each other, to you guys, to another 52 weeks And hopefully wrestling can be a little bit better. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah, we gotta ride this out. We gotta ride it out. We gotta ride it out. It's one of those moments. But thank you guys so much, and I'm just speechless, man. To be 2 consecutive. Remember every time I was like, "Yo, we did 4 weeks. I can't believe it." I'm like, "Yo, we did 20 weeks. I can't believe it. Yo, we did a month. Wow. Oh, yo, we did half a year, 6 months." I'm like saying, I'm like, "Yo, I can't believe you're still doing this shit." And we made it a whole year, man. 52 weeks.
2 weeks, man.
Even though we weren't in the same place at the same time. Unbelievable. This is blowing my mind. But thank you guys so much for sticking with us and rocking with us. More to come. 2019. It's gonna be a big year.
Peace out.
Peace.
I like it.
That was the best episode I've ever had. That we've ever had. Crazy. It's like the evolution.
Are you sure you want to end the stream? And